What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Eve Online, and I'm going to get into a little bit of mining today. And I figured that we could, I don't know, talk a little bit about setting up, I don't call them safe spots, but let me see, where do I usually go to mine around here? Yeah, let's look at security status. Okay, yeah, let's go there. I think I usually do my mining there just because it's 0.5 space and I get better quality ore there. So, all right, let's make sure that we have what we need. Drone bay, I've got a couple drones to defend myself with. I have an empty ore hold, and if we look at how my ship is fitted, this is your standard venture. I've got a couple miner ones. I've got a mining laser upgrade one, and ooh, a civilian afterburner? Come on. I gotta have another normal afterburner. That's just pathetic. Come on. Nope. Okay, well that's disappointing. So I could put them. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's a little bit better. So. Yeah, I set it for Skeenans just because it's the nearest 0.5 space. And so I forget who it was who asked, but let me scroll through the comments and see. Okay, well that may take a little bit just because I don't have it open in front of me. But for now, somebody was asking about safe spots for mining, and I think safe spot's a safe spot, really. But bookmarking for mining, I'll talk through it once I find a place to mine. But I'm going to keep my eyes on the scanner here and make sure that I've got anomalies. Yeah, there's nothing here worth checking out. I'm going to go over to the internet to make sure that I am harvesting the most valuable ore per volume. And according to, let's see, I'm in Verge Vendor, which you can see up here, the region. And if you go to fuzzwork.co.uk and select Verge Vendor, you can see what the prices are for that region. And let's see, it looks like Plagia class and pyroxeries effectively are what you want. And I'll select mining here. Yeah, there's a few. We'll go to Bay. And they're at about 272 for Plagia class ISK per cubic meter and 265 for pyroxeries. Now, Veldspar, as a point of comparison, is 228, and that's available everywhere. So demand for Veldspar is very high. And let's see, 236 for Kernite, 352 for Jaspit. So if we come across something that has Jaspit, it's worth grabbing that, but nothing there. Let's just hop into Skeenans and see what we find. Amber, on the other hand, often shows up as an anomaly, and if you see that, Amber is usually really low ISK per cubic meter. It's 172, and in this region, that's the lowest value per volume that you're going to find here. So I'm not saying it's totally not worth your time, but unless you are going to harvest it and you specifically need isogen as an example, but you can't find any kernite, well, this may be your high security option for it. So all right. Yep, no anomalies there. So we're just gonna pick some random. I'll pick Skeenans 5, 6. Asteroid Belt 6. And we'll see what we find there. We're going to try to find the highest quality ore, so either rich or whatever the 5 or 10% versions are. Let's see here. Yeah, so pyroxeries viscous is 10%, and rich Plagia class is what we're looking for. But also you can tell by looking at the icons over here on the next to the asteroids The large ones, hey look, there's amber here. Totally worthless. There's massive scordite. Anyway, the large asteroids here are what you want to pay attention to, because the large ones are usually what the higher qualities are. So you can see these are normal sized asteroids in their normal Plagia class. And then you get to medium, and those are the 5%. So anyway, so we're going to try to split the difference here between two asteroids, although it may not be possible. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be possible. 10 kilometers. So that's our range. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. So we're going to scan the area, and it'll show us what's in most of these. Rich Plagia class, the one that I've got targeted, has 5,000 units, or, oh yeah, it's only got 5,000 units, but yeah, only 1,800 cubic meters worth. So I'm going to go over here instead. This thing, I think, has a range, yeah, 20 kilometers. So it didn't even pull those two. I want to make sure that if I can be harvesting something that has enough to fill my cargo holds. And these two things next to each other only give me 2,800 cubic meters, and I have 5,000 in my ore hold. So that's not enough. I'll unlock that target these two, run this again and see what comes up. Okay, so these two, all right, that's good. Alrighty, so at some point we're going to have to shift. And I'll check for enemies. I don't see any enemies, but I do see somebody else here in a venture. And as long as yeah, we're going to have to change the orbit to 1,000 kilometers, or I'll just stop myself. There's no reason to be like orbiting. All right, so when we talk about bookmarks, or at least as far as how I might view them and use them when mining, you warp in someplace like over in here somewhere. And if you want to make sure that, I've got a good position right here between these two rich Plagia class asteroids. So if I get my cargo hold full, and there we go. If I fill up my cargo hold and I want to go drop it off at this station, like any of these stations, and come back and continue mining, well, if I set a location here, let me remove this because I think this is what I did previously. Yeah, I don't care about that, but this Rich Plagia class 2 asteroid. So now I've got a bookmark, and when you're doing things like mining that are pretty rote, where you're not engaged too much and you're just sort of doing the same thing over and over and over again, removing ways that it's, removing steps from it and time from the overall equation will help you out in the long run. So once I fill up my cargo hold, I'll have 5,000 units. I can warp over here, dump it out, pop back out, and then warp to this. And then instead of having to fly over here and try to situate myself between these two asteroids again, I'll already be here and I can just continue mining the way I was previously. So this is mostly for, I guess you can use this when you're in a fleet as well. If you're mining with a group of people, usually you'll have somebody you're just jettisoning your cargo or your ore, and somebody's grabbing it and taking it off to store someplace before you pop out another canister. So you mostly won't have to worry about, warping out, coming back, and warping out and coming back. So your bookmark might not matter in that instance, but sometimes it's useful to have this and have it set up so that you can just kind of return to where you were, like go sell or even just go drop off, and then come back later with a hauler, pick up everything that you dropped off there, and, you know, transfer it to someplace better to sell. So food for thought. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to mine these. I'm going to fill up my cargo hold and then head out from there and just make a quick, probably a quick million. Right now I've got, I guess if we wait a second, we can see how much it'll be, and we can just extrapolate. So 725 cubic meters has 138K. Multiply that by 7.5 or something, and we're looking at like 700,000 to 800,000 ISK for a cargo hold full of rich pelagic class. It's not bad, you know, especially for somewhat brainless game activity. So anyway, that's it. That's your mining bookmark commentary. I don't know if that helps you. Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, well, then so be it. But if you have other mining bookmark or questions or advice that you'd like to give, by all means, hit us up in the comments. Share your knowledge, and maybe other people will do the same. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.